Hello, welcome to Vin Yin. Today's anatomical focus is throat chakra. You'll need two blocks, one at one end of your mat and the other nearby. Lay out your mat like you see mine and you'll have no problem following along. Let's begin on your back. As you lie back, take the block. Slide your feet onto the mat. Lift your hips off the mat. Slide the block just above your tailbone. Wiggle your hips around until you feel very supported here. You'll also notice sensation in your low back as the muscle structure there begins to relax. Adjust your shoulders so that they're flat on your mat. Close your eyes. Bring your knees together. Walk your feet apart. Rock side to side. And then be still. Inhale through your nostrils. Notice the passage of air through your throat into low belly. Observe your body naturally relaxing as you exhale. Continue to breathe in and out through your nose, deepening the body's natural relaxation response. Observe any tension you may feel around your throat or neck. Soften your throat. Let your jaw dip back toward your throat. If you have been feeling that it's been very difficult to express yourself and the way you feel, either in your relationship, at work, in your friends circle, or among your family members, yogis believe this will block your fifth chakra, your throat chakra, vishuddha chakra. This blockage can cause a sense of helplessness and frustration, because the vishuddha chakra is the conduit between the heart and the mind. And when that expression, those feelings, those thoughts are unable to be let out, dissipated, there is a real biochemical response from that. Elevating the stress hormone levels in your body. For the next 3 breaths, taking in calming, cooling breath through the throat chakra. Feel the natural relaxation, your jaw, your throat, into your shoulders. Your belly rises and slowly falls. Slowly come back to awareness. Heel toe your feet toward one another so that your legs are equidistant. Bring your fingertips to your jaw where it hinges. Clench your jaw, feel the muscle pop out. That's your masseter muscle. Taking 2 or 3 fingers, massage the masseter. Feel for tight knots. These knots happen when you grind your teeth at night, or if you're under emotional stress. Likewise, if you do talk quite a bit, you may have overexercised these muscles. It can feel quite tender, but once you find that tender point, go across the muscle tissue. You may feel corresponding sensation in a tooth or several teeth. There's a lot of nerves in this part of your body that branch out. Release. Bring your hands to the ground. Tone your belly. Lift your tailbone slightly off the block. This helps your low back rebound, and then lower your body back down to the block. Bring right knee to your chest, followed by left. Rock your hips side to side. This will scoot you down and get you more supported on your block. Once you feel supported and secure, bring your knees to your chest. Straighten your right leg, and then left. Flex and point through your ankles. Roll your feet around. One direction and then reverse. Bring your palms to the ground in a shoulder stand variation. You can stay here, or you can practice a supported plow. Rock your hips side to side. You'll scooch down the block a bit more. Bring your thighs to your belly as you hold on to the block for support. Flex and point through your toes and ankles. Bend one knee, then the other. Bring your legs wide apart, circle them back, point them up, and then back to your body. Press your legs away, point your toes up to the ceiling. A big circle, bring your thighs towards your belly. One big opposite circle out to the side, toes pointing up to the ceiling. And then reverse. Flex your ankles so that you can see your toenails. Feel one big stretch down the back. Tuck your chin. Compress your throat. A few breaths here in supported plow, Halasana. And the compression of your chin towards your throat is not only stretching the back of your neck, part of the throat chakra, but also compressing the thyroid, which regulates your metabolism. We'll use compression and extension of the neck and throat area today to help open up that part of you that may be feeling a little choked off. Hug your knees in. Release one foot down and the opposite. Lift your hips off the ground, slide the block away. In fact, place it above your head off your mat. Tilt your pelvis, tuck your tail, press your low back into the ground. Press your tailbone into the ground, lift your low back off the ground, arch it. Exhale, tuck, Press your low back down. Inhale, lift. Press your tailbone down. So rocking your pelvis forward and back, anterior, posterior, tilting. So good for low back tension, low back pain. You're also beginning a structural stretch of the muscles that line your spine, your censors. Lift your hips off the ground into full bridge. Tuck your chin towards your throat. Press the back of your neck into the mat. Lift your hips up a little higher. Tone your pelvic floor, Mula Bandha. Tone your navel, Uddiyana Bandha. And with Jaladhara Bandha, your throat lock, you've got the Maha Bandha, the grand lock. Hold here. Blocks of yoga. Interlacing your hands. Walk your arms closer together. Press your hips up a little bit more. Lots of energy floating between the locks, up and down the spine. Release your hands and slowly roll your spine back down to the ground. Hug your knees into your chest. Big knee circles, one direction, and then reverse. With your palms on your kneecaps, think of applying pressure to your kneecaps as you stir your femur bones. This is called hip scouring, and it helps reduce adhesions in the hip joint. Hug your knees back to your chest. Open up for happy baby, sliding your hands behind your knees. Rock side to side. Flex your ankles, the soles of your feet facing the sky. You may reach up around your feet and deepen happy baby. If your head is off the ground, just slide your hands down towards your knees so that your head can rest. Rocking side to side with eyes closed. Think of your infancy and all the expression you were able to do, and everybody thought it was adorable. And that just doesn't happen as adults. So we learn to monitor or filter what we say so that we don't hurt others' feelings. Hug your knees into your chest. Release your legs all the way to the ground. Take a big stretch. As you exhale, roll to your belly. Roll all the way to your belly. And as you roll to your belly, slide your hands down by your shoulders, tuck your elbows by your ribs, bring your legs firmly together, untuck your toes. Spread your fingers apart, press into your mat. Use the sticky mat. Think of pressing in and away. Your upper body will lift. Feel the power through your triceps and lower down from Cobra. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale all the way down to the floor. One more time, inhale to Cobra. Make it a little higher and then lower down. So powerful. Adjust your legs so they're a little bit apart. Rock your hips side to side. Walk your hands just a little bit farther forward. Tuck your elbows into your side. Inhale, press up. Upward facing dog. Straighten your elbows if you want into seal pose. Look over your right shoulder and then look over your left. Twisting your head a little bit as your hips dip and lift. Opening up the front of your body. Gaze forward. Drop your body down. Press back to extended child's pose, extended balasana. Untuck your toes. Press your toenails into the ground. Press your body side to side. Going into a low A flow. Inhale. Roll up to table. Walk your hands forward. Drop your thighs, belly, chest, and chin to the ground. Tuck elbows into your ribs. Inhale, peek up, upward facing dog. Working the triceps. Press back to child's pose. Exhale. You can rock side to side or begin to flow to your own tempo. All the way down to your belly, popping up on the breath. Exhale back on the breath. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale upward facing. Exhale back. So either on the breath or your own tempo, whatever feels good. You can pause in child's pose, you can pause in upward facing dog, or continue the undulation of your spine, full flexion, full extension of the spine. And know that the throat is always part of that. Throat and neck. One more time. Sort of a combination of cat-cow, of so many things. Lifting to upward facing, lift your chin. Jut your jaw out, bring your teeth together, feel the stretch in your throat. Tone your belly. Press back to child's pose. And rest. Walk your hands a little closer together. Rock your body side to side, exaggerating the sideways movement, getting into the shoulder, the intercostals, the muscles, the ancillary muscles of the breathing mechanism your body so beautifully has. All these things combined to help you get breath. But an open throat is very important. Tuck your chin. Sometimes you feel that choking sensation when you're trying to choke back the tears, that kind of thing. That's how important your throat can be. Tuck your chin, tuck your tail, press your body up to the sky. Cat. Inhale, lift your tail, lift your gaze. So notice the front body opening in cow tilt. Press the ground away. Lift your tail, lift your gaze, drive the heels of your hands towards your knees. Feel the stretch down the front of your body. Look forward, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Walk it out. As you walk your dog, swivel your head. Spread your fingers wide, tilt your hips from side to side. Press the heels of your hands into the ground as the actual heel of your foot touches the ground or goes towards the ground. Relax your brow, gaze forward, walk forward, stay upside down. Breathe here, swivel your head again. Holding on to the outsides of your ankles, point your elbows out, lift your gaze so that you're gazing right at the ground. Tone your belly, think of belly to thigh, lift your tailbone. Relax, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, stand up, bring your arms backward like you're taking a giant butterfly stroke. Open your heart, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Bring your palms above your head. Think of a bright blue light. Bring your thumbs to throat. Think of stroking your throat, bringing blue light to that part of you. Bring your thumbs to heart center, look forward. Inhale, sweep your arms back, squeeze your shoulder blades together, gaze up, welcoming in a new mindset. Exhale, forward fold. A mindset of thinking about these things. Lift up halfway, reach behind you, look down, touch the ground, step your feet back, full plank. Drop your knees to the ground if you'd like, untuck your toes, elbows graze your ribs, chaturanga. Inhale, look forward, upward facing. Gaze over to the left, inhale, center, gaze to the right. Inhale, center, look down, tuck your toes, press back to downward facing. Walk your dog, lift your right leg up, point your toes, dog splits, point and reach your toes up to the ceiling. Come up high on your left toes. Press your palms firmly into the mat. Feel the engagement of your right glute. Gaze forward, bring your knee to your nose. Compress your throat. Inhale back to dog splits. Exhale, knee to nose, compressing your throat. Inhale back. One more time. Compress, tuck, breathe, look forward, step right foot forward. Warrior two, back foot flattens out, slowly coming up. Come up slowly, open your arms to a T, warrior two. Relax your shoulders. Twist your gaze to the back and to the front. The slow motion is also strengthening the muscles around your neck. Squeeze the ground between your feet, strengthening your inner thighs, your core. Gaze forward, not to the right or left. Tilt your ear to the right. Bring your right hand on top of your head and slowly press the left arm down. You'll feel a stretch down the side of your left neck. Inhale, lift. Open your arms to a T. Slowly lift and straighten your neck. Pivot your left toes out, right toes out. Goddess squat. In your goddess, bring your hands behind your head. Tuck your tail, tuck your chin, squeeze your elbows towards center. Inhale, lift your tail, lift your gaze. Feel the stretch across your chest into your throat. This can also be very, very good for hip mobility. You'll feel warmth pouring into your thighs. Tuck and lift. Look forward. Open your arms to a T. Straighten your legs. Turn your toes to the left. Left foot forward. Toes facing the left. Reach forward an inch. Bring your left hand down. Right arm up. Lift your chest. Lift your chin. Think expansion through fourth and fifth chakra, heart and throat. Reach your right arm slowly overhead. Press your right hip forward. Inhale, lift, reach for the sky. Bring your right hand behind your back. Snake your hand around towards your hip crease. Lift your chest. Lift your elbow slightly. Look over your right shoulder. Stand tall, keep the bind. Raise your left arm up by your ear. Think of a tall spine and then a side bend in reverse archer. Exhale slowly back to triangle pose. Left hand to the inside of left leg. Lift your chest, look over your right shoulder. Inhale, lift. Reverse archer. Let's do that one more time. Slow as she goes, but squeezing the ground together using your pelvic floor and your strong lower body. Once you come back to triangle, notice where your block is. Switch toward it if necessary. Bend your left knee, left hand on the inside of your thigh. Lift your chest, look over your right shoulder. Straighten your leg. Bend your knee. Straighten your leg. One more bend. Reach for the block. With your left hand on the block, transition the weight to your left foot by lifting right leg up. And here you just play. You rock back and forth and think about engaging the back glute. The next time you lift your right leg, slowly straighten your left leg. Adjust the block so that you feel steady and sturdy in this variation of Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. You can gaze down or gaze over your right shoulder. Drop your right foot down. Release the bind. Reach, lift, side angle pose. Lift your chest, lift your chin, lift your gaze, slowly coming up to warrior two. Big arm roll down to the ground. Pivot, tuck your back toe, twist lunge, right hand down, left arm up. Feel the stretch outside the left hip. Gaze down, step back to plank. Lift your heels up, chaturanga, elbows graze your ribs, untuck your toes, press your chest forward, lift your chin. Think of opening the throat, retuck, and press back to downward facing. Walk your dog. Press your heels, the heels of your hands into the mat. Use your mat as a tool to get a little bit more juice out of what you're doing. Pause and down dog. Lift your left leg. Use your left glute to elevate your leg up, 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 up. Point your toe up to the ceiling, dog splits. Compress, tuck. Bring your knee to nose. Inhale back to dog splits. Exhale, knee to nose. Notice if one leg goes up with ease versus the other. These little signals of imbalance in your body, so nice for yogis to notice. Lift up, stay up, come up high on your right toes. Press into the mat. Lift one more half inch. Lock out your leg. Gaze forward, warrior two. Warrior two, left side. Slowly come up. As you sink into warrior two, press your back foot into the ground like a kickstand. Feel the engagement of your inner thigh. Twist your gaze back and front. From one hand to the next, swiveling your head increases your range of motion, which is always necessary in any joint that you have. Yoga does an outstanding job of keeping your range of motion healthy. Gaze over, just neither left nor right, to center. Tilt your left ear to left shoulder. Take your left hand on top, and then slowly lower your right arm. Feel the stretch on the scalenes, the side of your neck. Inhale, raise your arm. Release the hold. Straighten your neck. Turn your gaze forward. Straighten your leg. Turn your toes forward to Prasarita. In your Prasarita, tone your belly, forward fold, squeeze the floor between your feet. And as you land, deep squatting side to side. It's called Skandasana. And your Skandasana can include simple knee bends from side to side, strengthening the outer hip rotators. But it can also be a place for open twists, bending your knee and then twisting open, coming to second side. So much to do. Some of you may be coming really low down to the ground. That's always an option in Skandasana. Flexing your ankle, that feels good. Stretching the inner thigh. So many options to choose from. And again, your yoga does an outstanding job of balancing out your body. As it balances your chakras, come center. Press into the ground or take a block under your hand if you are not touching the ground, and raise your left arm up. Lift, 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 reach and stretch. Press your right foot into the ground. Feel the opening in inner thigh and look down, switch. Lift right arm up. Press left foot into the ground to get just a little extra out of the inner thigh. Looking down. Inhale, halfway lift. Arms out to a T. Squeeze the ground between your feet and slowly come up. Take your hands behind your back. Slide them into your back pockets. Press your elbows together. Lift your heart. Lift your throat. Stretch your throat by jutting your jaw forward and closing your teeth. Stretch through your throat. Tilt your head from side to side. Sort of wrinkle up your face, playing with your jaw position to get into the sternocleidomastoids, these very soft, long muscles that come around the sides of your neck and feed just under the collarbone. Gaze forward. Open your arms to a T. Point your toes to the right. And as you point your toes to the right, triangle pose. Bring right hand to the inside of your thigh. Lift left arm up. Lift your chest. Stretch Utthita. Extend arm. And then press your left hip forward. Lift your chest. Feel that wonderful opening. Reach behind your back. Slide your fingers toward your hip crease. Keep your legs straight. Tone and raise your right arm up. Lift, lift, lift. This is a side bend, reverse archer. Back to triangle pose with the bind. Look over your left shoulder. Inhale, lift. When you move your body, you're moving energy, your prana, life force through your body. And that also helps to open up these stuck areas. No matter if you know that your areas are stuck or not, you just feel better. It's part of why we come to the mat. And over time, we learn why we feel better. And that can be very powerful too. Bring your right hand to the inside of your knee. Bend your knee deeply. Lift your heart. Look over your shoulders. Straighten your leg. This is balance and strength coming together. And mobility in the right hip. Up and down a few more times. The next time you bend your knee, look and have a block near enough where you can put it under your right hand for stability. You can maintain your bind with the left arm. And think of bending your front knee and practicing that transfer of weight forward. This is Ardha Chandrasana prep. You can lift your back leg up, straighten your knee, flex your ankle, use the side glute that you have empowered through bridge and your Warrior 2 series. Lift and hold, straighten your front leg, lift your back thigh parallel to the ground. Gaze can be down. Adjust your block so you feel very comfortable here. Maybe looking over your left shoulder for balance. Half moon. Drop into Warrior 2, release the bind. A big arm roll, tone your belly, tuck your back toes under. Twist lunge, left hand down, right arm up. You'll feel that wonderful sensation on the outer right hip. Looking down, touch the ground, step back to full plank. Drop your knees if you wish, untuck your toes, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Releasing back to child. Holding here and breathing. You have been feeling frustration by not being able to express yourself as fully as you would desire. Know that you are not alone. This is extraordinarily common, regardless of any beliefs, any systems. And know that everything you're doing in yoga is helping to maintain that ease that you feel through your energy centers when they're balanced. Slowly roll up to table pose. Compress your throat by tucking your chin, press the ground away, tuck your tail, cat pose. Inhale, lift your tail, lift your gaze, drive the heels of your hands towards your knees. Tuck. Exaggerate your cat-cow, getting the most flexion and extension out of your spine as you feel comfortable moving prana. Think of it as that. You're moving energy up and down your spine. And you can pause in child's pose or sit back on your heels. Sitting back on your heels if you wish. Moving into the yin portion of class. Stay in child's pose if your knees complain. Otherwise, if you're sitting tall, lift your shoulders up, back and down. Stretching through the quadriceps. Lift your chin. Maybe walk your hands behind you. Lift your chest. Stretch your throat. If you're in child's pose and you would like to experience this, you can come to high kneeling, which I will demonstrate. High kneeling, with your hands in your back pocket, lift your chin, stretch your throat. And coming out, tuck your chin, pressing up. Get your blocks. For practice of camel pose. And as you prepare for camel pose, take the blocks around ankle distance, maybe even closer to your knee. If you have low back pain, if your neck is out of whack tonight or today, you will stay in the first position. So slide your hands in your low pockets and press your elbows towards center, lift your chest, lift your gaze. You'll notice your hips pressing forward, gazing up. We will stay in Ustrasana for about 10 breaths. So start slow, start easy. It's a lot of emotion through the front of your body. and press the fronts of our bodies. Walk your hands onto the blocks. And right away, if you notice this isn't working, come forward and just put your hands in your back pockets, lift your chest. Everybody else, if your hands are on the block, press your hips forward, lift your heart, lift your gaze. Think of very slowly unwinding your body, squeeze your shoulders together. It's why we witness so many folks walking around hunched over. It's like they're protecting themselves. They're afraid of getting hurt by expressing who they are or what they believe without incrimination. Our Western individualistic society has elevated the I, the ego, to the point where feelings getting hurt has become an issue in our society. And however you feel about that is irrelevant. What your yoga is teaching today is it's creating a reverberation through society. Closed off hearts and throats. Press your hips forward, lift up. Bring your hands into your back pocket, squeeze your elbows together, lift, and roll your shoulders back a few times. And reverse the roll. Deep breath in. And preparing for second round of camel. Lift your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades together, gaze up. Engage your glutes and hold here. Walk your hands back to your blocks. And come to the back bend. Press your hips forward, lift your chin, lift your chest. Use your steady breathing and feel the front of your body opening from pelvis to the crown of your head. Put your head back if your neck is healthy today. Last 3 breaths. Tuck your chin. Press your body forward. Tuck your tail very slowly, rebounding your low back. Lift your tail and tuck. Circle your hips one direction and then reverse. Pressing back to child's pose. Yoga Mudra, the seal of yoga. Practicing Yoga Mudra, sit back on your heels. And again, if this doesn't work for knees, simply come to child's pose. You'll get many of the same benefits. Interlace your hands behind your back. Straighten your elbows, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Tuck your chin. Slowly coming down. Think of forehead to knee. Just like when you were in down dog splits, bringing your knee to your nose, same compression. You can stay here or go farther by lifting your hips off your heels, rolling to the top of your head. And lift your arms off your back. Keep your gaze just between your knees, keeping very little weight on the top of your head. At any time you feel pain or numbness, very slowly roll back to child's pose. Otherwise, stay here for another 3 breaths. Bring your arms down. Bring your hips down. Stretch your arms out. Rest your forehead on your mat or a block. Two hands and knees, cat-cow. And release. Sitting on a block, we're coming to a next series that addresses tension through your throat, through the scalenes. Sitting on a block will allow you to sit tall with little discomfort. Rest your body so that you are completely supported by your block. Straighten your spine. Tuck your chin to your chest. Think of maybe taking your fingers and gently pressing your chin backward. This is compression of the thyroid, but also stretching the muscles of the back of your neck. Tuck your chin to your chest, releasing your hands in your lap. Scrape your chin over to the right clavicle, collarbone. Think of your chin as a drawing tool, and you're drawing a very big rainbow as you slowly lift, exploring the very edges of the range of motion in your neck. Bring your teeth together as you look up, stretching your throat. Turning your head to the left, completing the rainbow. Bring your chin to your collarbone, and then to center chest. Reverse your circle. Chin to collarbone, going to the left. Draw your rainbow, pause at the top, stretch your throat. Completing your rainbow to the right. Chin to center. One more time to the right, and then one more time to the left. What you are doing is from the functional range conditioning school of thought. You are utilizing the entire range of motion in your neck. In doing so, you provide for that opportunity to not lose that range of motion. Once your chin is center, look forward, straighten your spine again, turn your gaze to the right. Center, swivel to the left. To the right. One more time to the left. Gaze center. Tilt your head to the right. Lift your chin just enough so that you're not tucked, but your face is fully forward. Tilt. Bring your right hand on top of your head, adding to the stretch of the scalenes on the side. Raise your left arm. Flip your palm so it faces the space behind you. Slowly press backward. You're feeling is a stretch of where the scalene muscle is inserting just under your collarbone. a very slight lift of your chin. You'll notice this change of the stretch. Keep your head where it is. Bring your hands onto your lap. Slowly tuck your chin to your chest. Roll your head to the side, tuck your chin. Roll your head, tuck and roll. Straighten your neck, look forward. Tilt your head to the left. Bring your left hand on top. Extend right arm out to the side. You will feel the sensation maybe up and down your arm, depending on how tight you are. Slowly press your right arm backward. Breathe into it. Your neck is the meeting point of mind and heart. And if there's a lot of emotional tension in your life, or you're going through a move or a job change, this is where you'll find the tension. It sort of lurks, it's hiding until you get into it. Bring your hands onto your lap. Tuck your chin to your chest. Roll your head to the right. And roll your head to the left. Tuck your chin. Gaze forward and gaze up. And tuck. Big exaggerated nodding. This is like cat-cow for your neck. So important for those of you who work or are enjoying a lot of tasks that you look down at. Gaze forward. Interlace your hands behind your head. Press your elbows back. Lift your chin slightly. Tuck your chin. Bring your elbows toward one another. Straighten your spine. And now let the weight of your arms bring your chin a little closer to your body. You'll feel a lot of sensation zipping up and down the mid-back. So adding to the stretching using your lungs, deep breath in, pause, exhale slowly, and continue with that breathing pattern. You'll notice the pause is what does it. As the lungs expand, your muscles of the upper back naturally expand. Look forward. Release your hands to your lap. Roll your shoulders. A few more exaggerated nods. And release. Coming to supported fish pose. This can be done with a bolster and a block, but also equally done with 2 blocks. So lay your block across your mat, about where you think your shoulders would be if you reclined back on it. Adjust your body and have the second block close to you. Lean back, prop yourself up on your elbows. This will give you the time you need to adjust the edge of the block directly under the wings of your shoulder tips. The bottom tips, the bottom wings. You can rock side to side. You'll feel some sensation there. There's a lot of tension there. Then when you're ready, recline back. With a second block in hand, take that and place it on the highest setting under your head. This will allow you time to adjust your shoulders so that they're flat. And continue adjusting your body until you feel comfortable lifting your hips up a few times. And coming to butterfly legs, bring the soles of your feet together, lift your hips off the ground, neutralizing your pelvic tilt, and lower down. So you may be ready to lower your head to the second level of your block, or final level, or omitting the block entirely for fifth chakra opening. Open your arms, palms up in a gesture of surrender. Lift your chin slightly. Begin breathing through your nose, in and out, smooth, healing breath. Close your eyes. So vishuddha chakra, fifth chakra, is the first of three spiritual chakras. It governs your thyroid, your jaw, your neck, your mouth, tongue, and larynx. When your communication with others and with yourself flows, you experience other higher forms of communication, say the yogis. You have more clarity. Your intentions and actions are clear. And if there's any toxic impurity, it just holds less power over you when your spiritual chakras are clear. Your open chakra, your open throat, gives you the power of speaking the truth. It's a pure mind, uncluttered from any negative thoughts. Blue is the energy associated with this chakra. It's healing, calming. Connects you with the divine. Qualities of your throat chakra being blocked include communication breakdown with yourself and others. You may feel that others cannot understand you, or you are feeling lonely. Perhaps you have a hesitation in expressing your emotions, or you feel you lack that vocabulary to describe your feelings. You may also have an inkling that your life is governed by negative thoughts and words you say about others or how you feel about yourself. And the flip side of the blocked chakra is an overactive chakra, which in this case would be you simply speak too much. You have no problem, no filter, and maybe others avoid you because of this, because you say whatever it is on your mind. You have no problem telling others what you think. It's time to think about these things and know that just by practicing yoga, you are helping to bring these things into balance. Affirmation. Affirmations help to create a new mindset in various chakras. They help you break old thinking patterns. Inhale deeply. Creativity flows in and through me. I communicate confidently and with ease. I feel comfortable speaking my mind. I am balanced in speaking and listening. I am an active listener. I set clear boundaries. I speak my true thoughts with clarity. Inhale deeply. Sigh it out. And continue resting in Shavasana. Slowly come back to awareness. Use your hands to bring your thighs closer together. Walk your feet apart, bring your knees together. Lift your hips off the ground, bring your hips back down. Dismount off your blocks, roll to your side, pausing in fetal position with your arm tucked under your head like a pillow. Tuck your knees up. And as you breathe, breathe into your upper back. Feel your low belly lift. That's how your ribs lift. How good the breath is for establishing that calm sense of peace. How good you feel after removing all that tension surrounding throat chakra today. Slowly pressing up to a comfortable seat. Sit tall and cross your ankles. Part of the clearing of the chakras includes chanting. The seed sound is hum, H-A-M. And when you chant hum, it does help release a lot of energy. You are free to listen. We'll chant 3 times. I'll remove my microphone for just a moment. The way this will go is we'll take a deep breath in. Exhale deeply. Inhale. Inhale. Close your eyes. Bring your palms together. Rest your thumbs on heart center. Take a deep breath in. A slow exhalation. May the love, light, kindness, and compassion that radiate so strongly and abundantly around you, so eternally around you, shine out today through your words, your thoughts, your actions. And may you spread that light to all whom you meet today. Om Shanti, 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 peace, peace, peace. Namaste. I want to thank you for joining me on YouTube today. Look for other practices regarding the chakra system. We will be practicing 6th chakra next. And if you'd like to take classes virtually, you may visit yenyogafitness.com. Thank you so much for joining today.